We'll start the next ceremony once the immediate family will take their seats. Fellow mourners, you are requested to take your seat. As we go through the second phase of our send-off program,
ॐ भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो
Om Shanti,
नः
fellow mourners.
प्रचोदयात्
As we have a representative from the President of Uganda, I've been advised to start our send-off program with the national anthem. Let us humble ourselves. DJ, let us all humble ourselves for the national anthem.
ॐ श्यामलां मातरं वन्दे मातरम् शुभ्रज्योत्स्नां पुलकितयामिनीं पुल्लकुसुमितं रुमलशोभिनीं सुहासिनीं सुमधुरभाषिणीं सुखदां वरदां मातरं वन्दे मातरम् वन्दे मातरम्
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंधु गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उच्चल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे ओम शांति Please remain seated. Ladies and gentlemen, today we have with us the representative of the President of Uganda, General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, and our beloved Mama Janet. We have here Right Honorable Anita Annette Among, the Speaker of the Parliament of Uganda, who is representing our beloved Mzee. We honored your presence. Distinguished guests, excellencies, honorable ministers, honorable member of parliaments, all the family members who flew all the way from Europe, UK, India, and other countries of the continent, government officials, and friends. As we gather here on this solemn occasion to honor and celebrate the life of our beloved RAJIV RUPALERIA. Today, in our diverse cultures and faiths, we come together with a shared purpose to pay our respects and share in the sorrow of his untimely passing, while also celebrating the remarkable legacy he has left behind. In Uganda, we say, Ebika byakulu tebibululiramu vera obulamu naye ebika byabantu bakulu bitera ekitya ekibala. The visions or legacies of great people do not fade in life, but continue to grow beyond their time. We are honored with, as we have with us, the representative from the State House, from our beloved Mzee, also from across the country, various community heads, including family members, close friends, representatives from different associations. Your presence here today is a testament to the impact RAJIV RUPALERIA had on so many lives and to the love and respect he garnered throughout his journey. Our send-off program is will have speeches by the Rajiv's friends, Kwagalana group, by Naga RUPALERIA. We'll have a speech by sisters Mira and Sheena. Thereafter, by the dad, Dr. Sudhir RUPALERIA, followed by the speech from the representative of the President of Uganda, Right Honorable Speaker. So I call upon Rajiv's friends to give a few words of last respect. Rajiv's friends.
Jai Shri Krishna, and thank you to all our friends and family for being here through this extremely trying time. Rajiv, my brother, best friend, and partner in adventure. What amazing times we had together. Rajiv was truly the embodiment of selflessness, generosity, and kindness. Be it openly sharing his vast network around the world and taking us on epic motorcycle and boat trips. Rajiv was always thinking about everyone else's success and happiness over his own. Joshna Masi, Sudhir Masa, Mira, Shina, Jay, Ravi, words cannot express what you must be going through. We shall always and will always be here for you. Naya and Inara, your pain and grief must be overwhelming. We stand here today, all three of us and all our friends here, and we make you one promise, that we shall always look out for you and we shall always be here for you, and we're always just a phone call away whenever you need us. Rajiv, what has happened has devastated us beyond comprehension. That being said, I'm so grateful you left us a little gift in Inara. Every time we look in our eyes, we'll see a piece of you, and that gives us a little bit of solace. So, I shall forever be reminded of my big brother every time I look at her. Whilst it's extremely important for us to grieve and mourn for Rajiv, I think we all know him. I think he would want us to have a bit of a party for him too. So, he would want us to celebrate his life. Rajiv really was larger than life, and he'll be missed by everyone who he graced his presence with. You may be wondering why the words Noblix are plastered absolutely everywhere here. In true rally essence, Rajiv lived his life without breaks. Anything he did to the fullest. It was always about going big and going rather than going home. The true mentality of the rally champion that Rajiv was. Rest easy, big brother. I shall forever love you, and I shall forever miss you. Thank you.
My name is Gideon Chumira, and I'm a brother of Rajiv. I stand here today, ladies and gentlemen, to grieve for a brother, a friend, an exceptional man. Today we gather to celebrate and honor the life of an extraordinary man, RAJIV RUPALERIA, a man whose big, loving heart touched all of us in countless ways. Rajiv was not just a talented businessman and an exceptional rally driver. He was a soul full of fire, humor, and kindness. Rajiv had a spirit that was truly one of a kind. His laughter was so infectious, So loud that it all made us scaredly happy. Gideon! The sound of his voice made me excited about life. He was a great wave of energy that gave everyone battery. He energized all of us. One of our friends said that Rajiv was a power bank, that when he came around, he just shared energy with everyone. He made everyone excited when he came around. He made you feel like you're about to jump out of a plane. I'll miss him waking me up in the morning and making me so scared by the things he's telling me of. Wake up and go and work, Gideon. What are you doing in your bed? What are you doing right now? He was always aggressive in terms of creating value around people. He came around to just make sure everyone came to do something, not to just sit around. He was a loving family man, a devoted father to his beautiful daughter, Inara, a caring husband to Naya, a true godfather to my twins. His love for his family was evident in everything he did, always checking in, always giving, always making sure everyone around loved and supported each other. Rajiv's generous heart knew no bounds. He helped countless orphans, ensuring they had access to education, a better future. His kindness extended beyond his family and friends, but he truly believed in making a difference. Today, as we all see all these people gathered here, it's a testament of Rajiv's remarkable life. His fiery spirit, his kindness, his unwavering love left an indelible mark in all our lives. He was a gem, one in a million soul. And his legacy of love and generosity will live on in every life he has touched. Rajiv, thank you for being an incredible person in my life and in all the people you've touched. We will cherish your memory forever. To the RUPALERIA family, you are a great testament to this country and the family that has built this country. Rajiv was excited about what you built. He took a great part of what you built. And you people, we grieve with you, we stand with you, we love you, and we know you have lost one of the most incredible people that ever lived on this earth. Rest in peace, RAJIV RUPALERIA, my brother. My condolences to all of you, Sudil uncle, Auntie Joshna, Naya, Inara, Mira, Sheena, Jay, Ravi. Rajiv loved you all without a second of breath, and I'm sorry for your loss. May God bless you all.
Able to pull it off this time. Dear Rajiv, I'm going to miss you so much, my buddy. Even now, it's hard to wrap my head around the fact that you're no longer here. You were taken away from us too soon, but I truly believe you lived life to the fullest. I've never met anyone quite like you, so full of flair, passion, and that unforgettable sense of drama. You had a remarkable ability to turn even the most ordinary moment into something unforgettable. What a joy it was to be around you. I remember the first time we met in a yoga class of all places. We both nodded off during meditation and woke up with the most ridiculous red eyes. We locked eyes and bust out laughing. In that instant, I knew we had to be friends. That moment marked the beginning of something special. From then on, we were inseparable. You became someone I turned to for everything, from work dilemmas to matters of the heart, the everyday beauty and chaos of family life. Even when work got intense, we never let it come between us. After the occasional heated debate over a project, we brush it off and get right back to what really mattered. Our friendship, our families, and our shared admiration for Dr. Sidir. Mom, Rajiv loved you deeply. He spoke of you so often, always wanting to know what you were up to, always so proud of your strength and the love you gave so freely. He had so much admiration for Dr. Sidir. He might not have said it enough, but it was clear how much he respected and looked up to him. And above all, he adored Inara and Nea with the fiercest love. He spoke of them constantly with his heart full. Mira and Sheena, the bond he shared with you was truly beautiful. He often talked about how much he cherished the time you spent together in London when you were all there at the last trips, creating those unforgettable memories. He loved your children deeply and relished every opportunity to be the fun and doting uncle. Jay and Raj, he admired the way you loved and cared for his sisters. It meant the world to him knowing they were in such good hands. Naya and Inara, you were the light of his life. His eyes would light up whenever he spoke of you. Just before he flew back, he told me about taking Inara to the swings. Such a simple moment, yet it meant everything to him. Naya, he spoke so often of the day he would get to hold you. His love for you both knew no bounds. I should also mention, though he couldn't be here, my father, DCJ Emeritus Justice Richard Butera, asked me to extend his deepest and most heartfelt condolences to the RUPALERIA family. He traveled to The Hague on the night of the 3rd for work, but he will visit once he lands. But you are all in his thoughts. The last message Rajiv sent me still plays in my mind. He was supposed to make a speech at my wedding, and he said, "Send me the protocol." And I said to him, you might have to just say protocol observed. And he said, "Forget that. Life is for actors." And who could have embodied that sentiment better? He was a born performer, not just on stage, but in life. I saw it so clearly when we landed in Russia. Even people who didn't speak a word of English were drawn to him. His laughter was contagious. It transcended language. I believe Gideon made all of you laugh just the second he did it. To Inara and Nea, I know I can never fill the space your father has left behind, but I promise you this, I'll always be here to remind you of his love, to tell you his stories, to laugh with you and cry with you, and to honor the memory of a man who loved you beyond measure. I'll never forget when Rajiv met my wife. The very first thing he said in that dramatic way only he could pull off was, "How did you get such a beautiful woman? She's way out of your league." We laughed so hard, but as always, the conversation quickly turned to Inara. He went on and on about taking her to Disneyland, about how she looked like a perfect doll in her Mickey Mouse ears. That was Rajiv. He loved loudly and with all his heart. There's so many memories I could share, but I know I must stop here. Rajiv, my brother, we're going to miss you more than words could ever capture. Go on now, make the angels laugh, charm them with your wit, and light up heaven the way you lit up every room here on earth. I love you, and I hope you knew just how much we all celebrated you while you were with us. You were made for joy, for celebration, for life, and that's exactly how we'll remember you. With all my love, Jonathan and Liz Bahisi Butera.
Thank you, Jonathan, Gideon, and Anuj, on behalf of Rajiv's friends. As Gideon mentioned, that it was that push always. If you read below the RR logo, there is a word, no blacks, means no black. Keep going, keep going, keep going. And that's Rajiv. So as we commence this ceremony, let us all remember Rajiv not just for the roles he fulfilled, but for the kindness, ambition, and the resilience he embodied. May today serve as a fitting tribute to a life that, although it was a brief, 35 years, but was full of purpose and the inspiration. I call upon the next speaker, Kwagalana Group, to please come and give a few words of last respect. Kwagalana Group.
Right, Honorable Speaker, Parliament of Uganda, family friend, and representing the President of the Republic of Uganda, His Excellency the President of Uganda, Prime Minister Emeritus, Honorable Mama Mbabazi, Dr. RUPALERIA, and your dear wife Joshina RUPALERIA, the entire RUPALERIA family. Prince David Tuwaye representing His Majesty the King of Buganda, all of you fellow mourners, good afternoon. On behalf of the entire Kwagalana Group and Business Community of Uganda, I extend our deepest and most heartfelt condolences to our beloved and devoted member, Dr. RUPALERIA, and your dear wife, Joshina RUPALERIA, upon the tragic and untimely passing of your cherished son, RAJIV RUPALERIA. This great loss is not only a person to your family, but also a profound blow to all of us who knew RAJIV, raised him, and saw him grow up in a remarkable individual he had become. His passing has left an irrepressible void to our hearts and on the business community of Uganda at large. RAJIV was a shining example of industrial courage, determination. He carried the legacy of the RUPALERIA family with grace, ambition, and innovation. His tireless work ethics, entrepreneurial acumen, and a fearless approach to challenges stood out as a beacon for the youth and upcoming leaders in our country and society. He was more than a businessman. RAJIV was a man of the people, radiating kindness, humility, and genuine love for people, for all of all ages, backgrounds, and cultures. He represented the spirit of unity, progress, and excellence. We mourn not just the loss of a son, but a visionary and a young leader whose potential knew no bounds. His dreams, though now tragically cut short, we will remain alive in the impact he has made in the lives he touched and the institution is helped build. To you, Dr. Sudhir and Mrs. Josina Rupaleria, the family as whole, we stand with you in this hour of unimaginable grief. Words may offer little comfort, but please know that your Kwagalana family holds you close in our thoughts and prayers. We share your sorrow and we commit to walking this journey of mourning and remembrance with you. Before I conclude, Dr. Sudhir and your dear wife, my brother and your wife Joshina, this is a loss that has shaken us all, the nation and the world at large. But as we celebrate the life of our departed son, let us not forget that we have the living God who has plans for all of us. It is God who gave you RAJIV, and it is God who has decided to take him. Keep trusting him. You will find solace to him, and I know the strength that binds your family, and I pray that God grants you the courage to endure this unimaginable grief. Please know that you are not alone. We mourn with you, we stand with you, and we pray with you. I therefore condole with you all here, people present, and thank you for standing with the family from the time you heard of the untimely passing of our son. May the Almighty welcome RAJIV into eternal peace, and may his bright soul continue to shine through all those he touched. His memory will live on in our hearts, in our actions, and the legacy he so gratefully began to build. With the deepest sympathy and wavering solidarity. Thank you for listening to me. The people you see here, these are the Kwagalana members. The senior is Dr. Sudhir Rupaleria, who has just lost his son. He's our senior. We have Amis Chigund. We have Haji Ouma Matovu. We have Ben Kavuya. And also my elder son, Gerard Karunji. Thank you for listening to me. May his soul rest in peace.
Before we move to the next speech, I have one announcement. Ladies and gentlemen, after the ceremony, the RUPALERIA family request all the mourners, please, there is a dinner arranged for everyone at Kabira Country Club. So from the crematorium, we all will proceed to the Kabira Country Club. As mentioned by the Kwagalana group, you know, RAJIV started his journey at 27. I think he was leading as a managing director. He took the helm as a managing director of the RUPALERIA group, leading its expansion across multiple sectors, including real estate, education, hospitality, and agriculture. His drive and vision transformed each venture, creating opportunities, uplifting others, and setting a new benchmarks in industry and philanthropy. With his vision and the success at the young age, still he remembered the words of Dr. Sudhir and Josina Rupaleria that the true leadership is rooted in service and humility. There are many hearts touched by RAJIV. We may take lifelong to touch even half of the heart. So, you know, the legacy he left behind, it's an inspiration to the youth. Every Indian living in Uganda, so many people came to me and said, Paresh bhai, we are receiving the messages on our WhatsApp. So every Indian living in Uganda received a message from Ugandan brother and sister. So the country, man and woman are mourning our beloved Rajiv RUPALERIA. I call upon the next Naya RUPALERIA from Rajiv's family to come and say a few words of last respect.
I stand here today with a heart that's both heavy and full. Rajiv was my first real love, the kind that stays with you, shapes you, and teaches you a lot. We had a bond that was complex, deep, but always real. I truly love him a lot. He was one of those people who would fill a room with his energy, passionate, just a little bit stubborn, greatly magnetic, and impossible to ignore. That was Rajiv. He could drive you up the wall and make you laugh 5 seconds later. He had an undeniable spark. To many, he was a hero, a brother, a friend. But to our daughter, he was her dad. And in her eyes, that made him someone extraordinary. She carries his fire, his boldness, and that same glint in her eyes. I will always make sure she carries the best of him with her, the goodness he gave and all the light he left behind. I have always held him in my prayers, and I still do. And I hope he is resting peacefully, watching over us with his love and pride. Rest easy, Rajiv. You were one of a kind. And in both love and legacy, you will always be remembered. Love, Naya and Inara.
Now I call upon Mira and Sheena to come with last respect. Mira and Sheena. Mira and Sheena.
Rajiv, it's hard to stand here and speak of you in the past tense because you are still everywhere, in our hearts, in our memories, in the peoples whose lives you've touched. But today, we want to speak to you one last time from your sisters. Our story together began long time ago, as kids navigating life in London, supporting each other through the unfamiliar world of boarding school. We were a team. You always considered me as your motherly one, and you, my cheeky little brother, was always testing limits with Shinna, your mischievous partner in crime. There were so many moments of chaos, but there was always so much love. I remember those early days so clearly, being the one to collect you from school when you got suspended, trying to hold a straight face in front of your housemaster, and then laughing with you all the way home. Later, the roles reversed. When I had my own low moments, like scratching the Range Rover and feeling the world had come to an end, you were there. Calm, kind, and quietly reassuring. You always had a way of softening the edges.
Rajiv, through all our moments, every laugh, every fight, every wild idea, you were always the one who understood me best. Yes, we had our ups and downs, but we had some of the best ups growing up together. Even though you were my younger brother, you somehow always looked after me. Except, of course, when you were getting me into the most crazy situations. From throwing the wildest house parties to convincing me to dig a hole and hide in it for hours just to avoid going to school. And let's not forget the time you wrapped me in a blanket while I was asleep and I woke up on an island. I kid you not every epic memory, I kid you not, every epic moment I have, you were part of it. That was you, fearless, impulsive, and absolutely full of life. Crap. I'll always be grateful for the lessons you taught me, the confidence you gave me, and the moments we shared. You supported me and guided me at work. You believed in me, even when I didn't believe in myself. And that meant more than you could ever know. But beyond the mischief and the madness, beyond the laughter and the stories we'll be telling for years, there's something even more important we want people to remember. Something we will never forget. You had a heart of gold. Your generosity was boundless, not just in gifts, which you love to give, but in time, real time. You made the effort to talk to every niece and nephew, to understand what they loved, to make them feel seen. They absolutely adored you. They're fun, thoughtful, larger than life, mama. You didn't just show up, you planned, you brought people together, you created memories. And now it's those memories that we will carry forward.
Over the last few days, we've heard story after story from people whose lives you quietly changed, people you helped, emotionally, financially, spiritually, people you supported who had no one when no one else did. That's what humbles us the most. Even in your hardest moments, you reached outwards, not inward. You gave even when it cost you. That is the mark of a rare soul. And above all, Rajiv, you were the kindest, most devoted father to Inara. Everything you did, every plan, every decision, every moment centered around her. You lit up when she walked into the room. You gave her your world, and you made her third birthday a fairy tale, as only you could. She was your pride, she was your joy, and your whole heart, and you were hers. Rajiv, you've touched more hearts than you'll ever know. You changed the course of people's lives with your strength, your empathy, your joy. Sleep well, little brother. You gave us 35 years of laughter, chaos, comfort, and love, a lifetime's worth. And though we are broken by your absence, we are forever better for having been your sisters. We love you always. Jess.
members of Parliament, and Prince Fasaija, Uganda, and all the leaders of the industries. And apart from that, all of you, in your personal capacity, wished here to bid farewell to Rajiv. I thank you all for being here. I also have a personal thank you to the RR Rally team supporters. Thank you so much. And all of you who have organized this farewell, thank you. Thank you. Rajiv RUPALERIA, beloved son of Joshna and myself, devoted husband to Nea, proud father of Inara, cherished brother to Mira and Shina, and a loving mama to Ari, Mila, Miraya, Aryan, and Aviana, has left us far too soon, called to his heavenly abode at the age of 35. As a father, I carry the unimaginable pain of loss and the immense pride of having raised a son like Rajiv. What I always remember most is vibrant energy that could fill a room, light up gathering, and spark inspiration in everyone he met. Though young, Raju possessed a rare maturity. He had infectious zest for life, a mind that absorbed knowledge effortlessly, and a heart drawn naturally to service. He was only talented and a fast learner. He was truly gifted, whether in his entrepreneurial ventures, his creative pursuit, or simply in how he connected with the others. He dazzled those around him with his charisma, his laughter, his warmth. He had the rare ability to make every person feel seen and valued. But what truly defined Rajiv was his enormous heart. He was especially passionate about helping children from underprivileged backgrounds. He quietly supported their education from primary school to university, providing resources, mentorship, encouragement to help them dream bigger. Over these past few days, countless young people have come forward to share how Rajiv's generosity transformed their lives. That was who he was, someone who saw potential where others saw limitation. Rajiv was also a steadfast pillar of support to all who knew him. He was genuine, loyal, and honest. Exactly who appeared to be. Whether in joy or in hardship, you could count on him. He built lasting relationships across all walks of life, among his peers in political and social circles, and with anyone fortunate enough to cross his path. His love for motorsports, particularly rally driving, was well known. He pursued it with great passion and intensity, so much to that at one point I asked him to step away from his own safety. Though he eventually stepped back from racing, the sports always remained close to his heart. Some of my fondest memories we spent together as the child. Rajiv was often traveled with me. I once bought him a small briefcase. I was so proud of it. 5-year-old carrying a small briefcase, as a small, his size. And guess what? He will fill it with chocolates. He'll come in a meeting while we're discussing. He'll open his suitcase and start eating his sweets. We're so proud of. He will fill it with chocolates before we set off. From the age of 5, we go out fishing on Lake Victoria, spent countless Sundays on the water. Those quiet, shared moments, just two of us, are among the most precious memories I'll carry with me for the rest of my life. We not only mourn loss of remarkable young men, but also celebrate the life of someone who embedded kindness, generosity, and ordinary commitment to others. Rajiv's impact was far greater than his years. He lit up our lives, lit those in needs, and left behind a legacy of love, service, and hope. As we reflect on his beautiful life, let us remember the laughter we shared, the lessons he taught us, the incredible person he was. Let's honor his memory by continuing his work, by reaching out to those in need, supporting education, and spreading kindness wherever we go. Thank you, Rajiv, for everything you stood for. You stood for and accomplished. You gave me joy, pride, and purpose through your time with us. For short, legacy will last forever. Rest in eternal peace, my son. You will never be forgotten.
Rajiv, my dear son, Rajiv, you left us too soon. I thought Rajiv was so familiar being a son of Sudhir Ruparelia. But in last 3 days, what I found out is no, he created his own identity. Rajiv, I'm so proud of you. Rajiv, people come to us and say, you've been educating these people. I know you like to do a lot of charity. And we are going to carry on with your charity. Rajiv, the way the funeral was arranged for you today, the government closed some roads for you. We had the rally drivers, we have the scooters, motorbikes, and a super procession. I wish you were a part of it. And your naughty sister Sheena was on a scooter, which I was quite worried of. But she says, no, I've had my